Trump's disruptive tariff policies threaten to hold a big chunk of global trade. Across almost every industry, businesses that depend on international trade are waiting in agony. Some are pausing their orders, while others are scrambling to find alternative suppliers. April is usually the time when retailers lock in their orders and manufacturing begins. If they can't start making products soon, they will face a time crunch later in the year. As a result, US customers will likely see fewer people in the Christmas business. Work starts for next year as soon as the holiday ends. Placing orders and having factories manufacture the products takes 3 months, and then shipping them from China to the US takes another 2. Waldenberg sued the Trump administration over the tariffs, alleging the president overstepped his authority by introducing such broad import duties. Waldenberg predicts that toy store shelves won't necessarily be empty come Christmas. The decorations industry is still waiting for the tariff situation to change. The latest cut-off time to ensure goods reach consumers by December would be the beginning of August, Shaughnessy says. Shaughnessy expects to pay more to transport his products because every retail company will be competing for the same amount of shipping containers. In a normal year, shipping rates from China to the west coast of the US usually cost less. 3 owners of artificial Christmas tree factories described the same situation to Wired. US clients that typically place orders every year have either held off or cancelled them entirely. At the China Import and Export Fair this week, buyers from the US and Europe made up just 10% of the total registered attendees. In previous years, that number was usually about 40%. Jessica's factory is right next door to Yiwu, the small Chinese city that has been the epicenter of the global Christmas merchandise industry since the 2000s. Over the past few weeks, both domestic and international media outlets' factories need to work together to blunt the negative impacts of the tariffs. The most important thing is to keep assembly lines operating. Without steady gigs, workers who migrated to Yiwu from more rural parts of China will likely go back home. The bigger concern will be for 2026 if the situation remains unchanged, says Paul Brown, operations manager of Santa Claus House in North Pole, Alaska. Debbie Thomas, owner of the Los Angeles area store Christmas Traditions, says vendors are warning that costs will go up between 10 to 17% if Trump's blanket tariffs on the rest of the world remain in place. As a family-owned small business, Thomas says she will have no choice.